Hello, this is LMB Simmer and welcome to my channel. Today we are starting with a brand new LP. We are starting with the Not So Berry. So I was 22 minutes into filming this episode and my computer almost crashed because something in the background tried to start up. That had to do with OneDrive, so I shut it down. Hopefully this time we will be all good. So to go through everything again, okay, I saved the build finally to the gallery before we got started because I didn't want any changes that we made in the next two episodes because I'm trying to film this episode and the episode for next week back to back. I didn't want any changes to be on the gallery. I wanted it to be fresh. So there's that. Also to rehash everything I said in the first video. So we are doing things slightly different. I'll show you this because the micro build wasn't able to finish filming everything in the the 3-part micro build, and so a few things got done off camera because I had to quit filming that day. I didn't have any more time left to film it, so I did finish up the backyard and I put things inside the house. So I'm not sure where the last part left off. That was last week Monday. It is Tuesday afternoon, the following week. It's 2:40 in the afternoon. And so much has happened. So I did not get Sunday's video uploaded in time to go up for Sunday. I did get Friday's, but then I forgot to put the build on the gallery because I actually did that on Wednesday and I ran out of time on Wednesday to get the build up onto the gallery and I wasn't able to do it. So to rehash stuff that I had already said, I will go into that about stuff. So sorry, I'm all over the place. As I had said before, and it makes it all different, I'm pretty sure I have ADHD or some form of ADHD or attention thing. I have never been diagnosed with it though, and so I'm on a mission to try to get some health care because I'm pretty sure I'm experiencing burnout. Things are not going the way they have, and a lot of that has to do with all this new extra responsibilities and things that have been placed on my shoulders because of my mom, and she is failing with her mental health a little bit because she had a couple what they believed to be some mini strokes when she was sick in December and maybe even before that, and she has also had some really bad falls where she's hit her head, and therefore now she's starting to have some memory issues, and we're not sure if it's onset dementia, if it's caused by the falls, what are the strokes or what's going on. She doesn't have a neurology appointment until July 1st. They put it 7 months out. We've booked this appointment back in December. My dad and I were asking for help before because we noticed things before the stuff that happened in December, but the doctors were like, oh no, there's not much going on here, and they kept testing her and she'd be fine, and we'd be like, well, she's not fine when we're at home, but then when we go to the doctor's office she'd appear to be fine because perhaps she was having a good day those days and stuff, and that's all very hard to sometimes to pinpoint. So we're waiting to find out more, but in the meantime I'm doing a lot of the stuff that she used to do around the house, and then I'm caring for her and making sure she's okay, making sure she stays safe and hopefully doesn't have any more falls and things like that. So Friday, so my mom has had, well, she broke a tooth. She had a front tooth that broke at the beginning of last month, I think at the beginning of last month or sometime last month anyway, and she's already lost a lot of teeth in the last couple of years. She's had some dental work that's over 40 years old and her teeth has started to rot, and she's always had dental issues. She just has really bad dental mouth kind of genetics and things. So we needed to get something done, so my dad and I helped find a place, and she was able, they ripped out the rest of the teeth that she had on Friday, and they gave her healing set of dentures. They've got to graft some of her bone back, and so it's like 8 months to a year before she'll be able to even think about getting something more permanent based. But so that's what I was dealing with this weekend and why I didn't get everything done in time. And yeah, so, and sorry, I'm all over the place, but yeah, that's what we were dealing with. So I never got a chance to come back up here and make things right. So Sunday's video will air tomorrow, Wednesday, and instead of this one, and then this will air Friday instead of Wednesday, and then I will film the one for next Wednesday just in case, because things are about to get crazy here. And then Sunday I will have the Rigs to Reaper episode go up. I'll also give a little break from the building because the 3 build videos that we just had back to back with building this micro, and because in Asta and Rune's business adventures, we're still working on building their place, so I will resume that for next Friday, and that should take care of most of the other verbal stuff. Now back to what I was saying. So I apologize for all that in the first 5 minutes, but just trying to catch up and remember what I said and what I didn't say before, and what you need to know, what you don't need to know. So we are starting my first time ever playing the Not So Berry challenge. I mean, believe it or not. And so I decided I wanted her to have a micro starter home. We'll put this up on the gallery. So I'm not sure what it's going to come up across as, because funny thing, when I built it, I didn't capture the last screenshot of it, of course, because I had to build it off camera and finish it off camera that night. So I know it ended up being right under $20,000, 19,800 some, I believe it was the last count on it. But when I tried to move Mata into here, because I originally placed her in Strangerville and thought I was going to build a house in Strangerville, then changed my mind and thought Strangerville would be better to revisit for the yellow generation. So I decided to go with the standard O of Oasis Springs here. So I moved Mata into Oasis Springs and built this on, I believe, the Adobe Guave build. Anyway, so we built this here for her, and I decided I kind of want to show the progression of financials and stuff too, but I didn't want to play a strict rags to riches or anything. When I moved her in here, it wanted $21,000, so I had to cheat, do the free real estate thing, moved her in here, and then put her money back down to $200. Realized I forgot a bin, so as some people call it a bin here in the US, we call it a trash can. So we have that. It's not an official outside trash can, which we'll have to raise money for that in the future, but she has a trash can now, and the build on the gallery should hopefully have the trash can, because I just uploaded it at the very beginning of the last video that I was recording. So we're gonna get started on things, and this is kind of a bit of a small twist to the generation, and we'll go through that as we go on. First thing is, I want to get her the job, and we are sticking with the traditional mint generational rules of her being a scientist. So we do want her to get the scientist career. So scientist, calling all brains, are you the nerdy type who aspires to one day wear tin foil on your head and decorate your studio with a huge bubbly tanks? A scientist who proves that they've got the gray matter to change the world as we know it can unlock new outfits like the UFO hunter, or objects like a swanky chemistry lab for concocting new inventions and serums. So we're gonna go ahead and get that. Now she doesn't actually start her job until tomorrow at 10, and they want her to have 2 breakthroughs. We're going to try to facilitate that as well. But real quick, we're going to go over some things because I changed. I wanted it to not be too stale and to be like over than the Not So Berry, not to dysregulate the Not So Berry challenge as it was, but it's been around for a long time. There's been a lot of additions to the game since then. And I wanted this to feel just a little fresh so that people watching this wouldn't get bored because it's the same. So I changed, keeping in the mind that originally it was stated that they picked the traits to match the color. And so mint is green. Yes, I know there's a separate green generation, but we're going to talk about that too. But mint is green, so green instead of, in place of the jealous, I gave her the grouch trait. That's a new trait. Yes, between the micro house and this one kind of helping the mischief, she'll probably gain her mischief skill pretty fast. That's a slight oversight. Might feel a little bit cheaty, but we're going to go with it. The green fiend is one that's going to have her try to work to make her environments eco-friendly. I'm not sure if we're going to do that for this particular neighborhood, because this neighborhood, I kind of see it as like the lower, cheaper more struggling end of Oasis Springs, so probably not going to happen in this neighborhood. And then we might move her a lot, or we might just wait and save up and move her once. I haven't quite decided, but you know, it might be cool to see her move throughout the town, you know, so to go from here to the middle class area, to go from there to the more upper class, and then maybe even get as rich to live across the street from the land grabs. So that's kind of the thing that I'm looking for there. And then we also gave her the recycled disciple, and that one's in place of the materialistic. So these Sims are rabid recyclers that benefit from recycling and rummaging for bits and pieces, but should they go too long without indulging in their hobby? Just like with the materialistic, if you go too long without indulging in that, it gets to be a problem. But I thought this would be a better place for starting. And also a lot of this has to do with green and greenery and stuff. And then, but we're still going to make her a scientist. She's still going to have to complete the Chief of Mystic aspiration, but we're going to try to do 2 of them. I'll show you in a second. And then master the science career and complete the aspiration, master the mischief and the logic skills, and complete the elements collection. Those we're all keeping. Those are all the same. So for now, I gave her this aspiration, the Seeker of Secrets. Again, thinking about like trying to tie into that jealousy thing. The only thing we didn't really do was the vegetarian. Maybe we can force her to kind of eat vegetarian, and she'll gain that through discovery, because I thought some of the traits it might be nice for her to get through discovery. So we can see if there's a way to actually, we can do an experiment. We can run an experiment. You know, can you force the Sims to become a vegetarian if you make them eat mostly vegetarian, and do they get the self-discovery trait? But yeah, the Seeker of Secrets. So it's still a mischief one, and it still gives the dastardly trait the same as the mastiff of mischief. But I thought we could bounce these 2 back and forth, and maybe some of the other ones in the same category. Just not the criminal ones, because that comes on later. And the generations. Now, I'm not sure. In the last video, Johnny came over, and what was funny about that is I had learned. So I was so excited. I know it now, so it probably doesn't sound exciting. You could build a sand sculpture. I didn't know that you could do this. So I am or draw. I did not know that they made this Oasis Spring for this. I knew you could do this in Tartosa, but I did not know you could do it in Oasis Springs. So I am super excited to see that. Her and Johnny built a sand structure in the one that unfortunately didn't work. That episode, we erased all that gameplay. We didn't save it. And so we're still starting fresh here. But they actually built a cow plant. It was so cute. And I'm sad that we lost it. But we'll just have to wait and see what they build this time if he comes over. He was part of the welcome committee. And also, I think I've realized they changed the welcoming committee. So it used to be when you moved into a world that the Sims would... any of the Sims that were in the town world would come and could be part of that welcoming committee. Now it looks like they're sticking strictly to the ones within the neighborhood. So Johnny is her only neighbor. Again, I built this on this one because it was between that lot or this lot, and I just decided I liked this one a little bit better. So we bulldozed that, and then we left this. We'll eventually maybe populate these lots, and maybe we'll renovate Johnny's lot a little bit to maybe put more people on it. I'm just not sure about doing the rental stuff because of people having so many crashes in game with that. But and then here I thought would be a great place to have maybe like some sort of version of a community lot. We could figure out what type later. Oh look, looks like she might be to meet Clara. Okay, well, let's meet Clara. I think Clara was just walking around. And look I didn't even know this is either, but they leave footprints in the sand. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm not sure who's going to be part of the welcoming committee this time, and if I'm going to be right about it being just the ones in the neighborhood. So like I said, then that would be Johnny. I'm going to have her view these. None of these are ready or anything yet. Only the ones that are different. Oh, wow. Is this one ready? View the chrysanthemum. Yeah, they're out of season, but we'll have her view them. So she has interactions with the plants anyway. Since she's not on her lot, I'm not sure if it'll trigger. The other thing, it triggered the flea market like it did last time. So that's good to know. And but yeah, we definitely want her to have a breakthrough, which I think in order for her to have that, I might still use the screenshot even though it didn't work. Yes, let's come back over here. He is part of the welcoming wagon, and he's the only one. You remember when the welcome wagon, I don't know if it was this way in The Sims 4 per se, but I remember the welcome wagon always had at least three townies, might have been just three, or it might have been three minimum, but would have three townies come along and stuff, and they would bring over various things through various games. I miss some of the original ones, you know. Now in The Sims 4 it's fruitcake. Can't remember if it was fruitcake in The Sims 3, but in either The Sims 1 or The Sims 2, it used to be a box of chocolates, which I thought was way better. I wish they would have kept the box of chocolates, because that one was so fun when they got the box of chocolates, and then they could eat out of the chocolates till the chocolates were gone, and it would give them special little moodlets. And I believe it was special moodlets, maybe not, I don't know, but I thought the box of chocolates was pretty cool. But now it's fruitcake, and most of the Sims don't even like fruitcake. That was the other thing with the box of chocolates. I don't remember a single Sim that hated the box of chocolates. Maybe there was one, maybe there wasn't, I have no idea. Well, she said hi to him, but it's not asking for them to do, let's see, what else can we do? It didn't say that we could. Let's ask about the career. And then it says we can chat here, but it doesn't say we can build the sculpture together. Just build the sculpture. Oh, here it is, together. Yeah, let's do another one together. Let's see what they make this time. It'd be cool if they did that again and they made the, and they actually made the cow plant one again. That would be cool, but I think it's randomized, so it's possible it will not be the same, but we'll have to see. But anyway, I am so excited to play this one. And oh, this is Mata Minkova, by the way. She is our starter founder for the Not So Berry. She is the mint generation / green, so she's going to be mint and green all together. I don't want to do repeat colors, so for the green generation we'll switch that color. Peach and orange will become one. We'll probably call it peach and try to stick more to peach but pull in some orange tones. And then one of the generations, green, that's an extra, or the orange peach generation, that's extra. Those ones, yeah, they did not build they built a regular sandcastle this time. That's okay, it's cute. That's cute too. So we'll go ahead and capture a picture of this one too, but I think I'll keep the other one. I think I'll maybe I'll use the thumbnail, and you guys can all wonder, why is it a thumbnail of a cow plant when they didn't build a cow plant? But anyway, I kind of sort of forgot what I was talking about, but yeah, so I don't want to do repeats. So one will be brown, because there's no brown generation. So one of the generations will make brown, and whatever other colors, I'm going to keep to the colors that they can favor. I think there's about 10 of them. So, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a white generation, but I don't think there's a black one. So brown and black will take the place of the duplicate colors instead. Okay, so let's go ahead and introduce ourselves to this person too. She can get her break. We need to do these things, and we need to work on the breakthroughs too. But right now we don't have a lot of money, so I'm not sure if we can if we're gonna buy any gardening stuff yet. And the other stuff's not over yet. So go to another Sims residence, select the front door, and eavesdrop or interact with mailboxes, dressers. Oh, okay. Snoop for secrets. Okay, and eavesdrop. Okay, so lots of ways we can do that. Grouch Sims claim that they aren't really grouchy, just misunderstood. Either way, they definitely get great joy from making those around them miserable with their pranks and approach to social interactions. Okay, great. So, hey Mata, you're so notorious that one of my unscrupulous friends has been asking to meet you. Can I give them your number? Sure, go ahead. we'll say yes to that. Oh my goodness, are you guys hearing this? It just opened up and it is pouring. It is like literally pouring outside. It is a gully washer for sure. Okay, so I don't really think she can get any secrets just from talking to them. So we will instead just get to know these people, make some small talks. Eventually, you know, we are going to have to meet a partner to have our rose heir or red colored heir and stuff. But yeah, and we're just, I wanted her to try to like go find some things she could start unearthing, like this one, but that means she's gonna have to leave the conversation. But let's just go ahead and do that. Let's have her. We might even have her fish in the future. What kind of, oops, what kind of a plant is that one? Onion. Well, let's view the onion. Again, we're going to view all the plants that are different. We already viewed a strawberry, so we're not going to worry about that. But we're going to go dig up this, I think that might be some sort of a crystal of some sort, but we're definitely, she's going to be needing those things in her job, so definitely it doesn't hurt to get a head start on these skills and get these things. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else on this side of the world that really, before we go across the street. Okay, there's a chrysanthemum there, but we already looked. I think it's going to take a while for a lot of this stuff to mature. So definitely would like to come over and hang out. Is that okay? Sure, you can come over and hang out. I'm not there because I'm busy doing stuff, but you are welcome to come over there. So where did we go? Okay, so she's on her way. And then there's some stuff over here. So when she's done with that, we'll have her look for the frogs. And then there's like a little community garden here. That's kind of cool. So I mean, she can't do anything with those. She can't even, oh, she purchased seeds, but uproot, but she can't even view these. But it's just 2 daisy bushes and 2 chrysanthemums, which we already saw the one on the wild. There's a carrot. It is spring right now. Okay, yeah, so there's tomatoes, there's carrots, there's more carrots, and sage. Oh, and then there's this one here too. What is this one? Oh, please don't quit on me again. Okay. Whoosh. A lemon tree. Okay. So we've got some nice little trees over here and bushes and plants. So that's nice. Oh, Johnny's following her clear over here. And then she dug up a capsule. What could it be? Okay. Thinks that Mata Minkova is swell and wants to become his best friends. Sure. I mean, we barely know each other, but I guess he must be lonely, being the only person over here in the neighborhood. Sorry about kind of the slam of my mouse. Okay, so Makoa is a land surveyor at the Observe to Conserve Foundation. Okay, and she dug up a capsule. Okay, well then let's go ahead. She's gained the charisma skill already, so that's good. Let's see what we've got. And then it looks like she has something glowing in there, so we're definitely going to look into that too. So let's see. Looks like Johnny. So last time her and Johnny, he had like a sentiment of the fact that he liked that she was spending time with him. So neutral is unknown. She's deeply connected to him and he thinks she's adoring, and he's also deeply connected. Aw, they just met. They're just like brand new friends, but they already like each other. Oh, he's just running around back and forth and she's trying to get these things taken care of, but I want her to get these things taken care of so that we can, like I said, because she's going to need crystals and materials to analyze and experiment on at work. So the more that she can get now, the better. And okay, well, did you look for frogs? There's no signs of amphibians at the time. Okay, well, what did you get in your inventory? Okay, so she got a Yuki. She got a dirt royal frog, and she got 2 common upgrade parts. So that will help her in her future for sure. I'm going to send her back to her house to go to the bathroom because she has to go to the bathroom. So we're going to go back here and well, I guess she could have used the potty over there because they had the portable one. Hey Mata, I've heard a lot about you, mostly bad things, but that's okay. People usually don't like me either. We should hang out sometime. From Tanya, somebody. Okay. That must have been Clara's friend that she passed on her number to. So we're going to let her go to the bathroom. Then we're going to say hi to, how do you pronounce that? Yuku Paniapio. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I am so sorry if I butcher names or say anything wrong. I have no idea how to pronounce a lot of things, and I apologize. If I say it wrong, feel free to correct me kindly, please, kindly. But I would love to learn. I always want to learn. I am definitely all about learning how to say things and do things better. So please do not be afraid to approach me with that. Now let's see, what can we make with the little stove? I'm not sure if she can make all things, so that might not be something we can do, but let's see what our options are. I also did give her this lot some traits, so we're gonna see that I gave it some challenges, so which I forgot, so we need to go over them and find what it is. So it looks like Hollow is the only thing that she can make right now. So it's all that she has the stuff for. So let's go ahead and make a party size of that so that we can have something to eat because she's getting hungry. And her welcome wagon did not bring her a fruitcake, for better or for worse. Can you resume that, please? I would appreciate. No? What? You have a counter right here. Oh my goodness. She has a counter right here, but it won't let her. It's acting like she doesn't have a countertop. I wonder if I need to swap this out. Let me see. If I swap this over here and put that over here, I like it over there less, but I wonder if this will allow her to make it. We'll find out. Is that the problem? If it's not the problem, I don't know. We're just going to grill, I guess, for the first. Nope, that was the problem. Okay, well, we'll just put the oven there. So she's got all her basic needs. She's even got the elemental chart for when she needs that. And so we are all ready to go. You can go ahead, swipe to recycle. No. Why don't you go ahead and call your guests in case they're hungry. And then we'll have her eat this. It's getting late. It's getting to the thing. I don't know if I want to have this episode be long enough to visit her first day at work. But I feel like nothing super exciting happened in this episode, so I feel like we probably should do that. Okay, let's put away. We want to save that as much as possible. We will obviously eventually need to get her like a recycling machine and some other stuff, which will probably have to go inside in order to make sure that she has that. Let's have her read because she can have a breakthrough by reading. So let's see. Orbital pudding, or Lucas Dark and the increasingly unlikely series of coincidences. That's a mystery. This is nonfiction. That's a mystery, romance, children's, fantasy, romance, children's, science. Oh, science fiction. That's what we want. Children's and fantasy and romance. Well, let's let her read The Glutton Spiel, because it's science fiction, so science, right? In a post-apocalyptic city, 9 teenagers are chosen at random from their cave communities to eat until they are stuffed. Then they waddle onto the field of terrors and fight to the death. Why the future? Okay, well, let's have her read that and See if she can get a... Really? Seriously? You didn't listen to me? Let's have her read that and see if she can get a breakthrough. Now she can't get into the bookcase? Really? But it's not even... Oh my goodness. Well, if I open it and take the book out and put it in your inventory and now ask you to read it, she can read it. All right. Tiny house living. So it's not functional for her to get into it without putting it into her inventory, but that's an okay fix. We'll just live with that the way that is. We'll see. She needs to get 2 breakthroughs in order to move up in her career, but they don't have to come right away. Closer for making happy memories. Okay, they're already good friends. So she has amazing compatibility with him. Amazing compatibility, but he's married, so not a marriage material. Him and John is... I can't speak. Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Him and Johnny Zest are... I mean, what is... Oh, she's got a burglar. But we have a burglar alarm. No. Is this Rob? We got Robin Banks. Some people haven't gotten Robin Banks as the burglar, and we did. Oh my goodness. Well, let's call the police station and then let's fight. I think she would fight. So we've already got the alarm going off. We're going to call the police. Put that book down. Hurry up before, yeah, hurry up. We want to fight him. There we go. We're going to fight him. We'll see if we win. Hopefully she won't steal anything because we don't have a lot. We don't have any money. But yes, let's see. Oh, and she did have 2 breakthroughs while reading. Wow. So she actually had 2 breakthroughs. I must be missing this because I'm way scrolled down apparently. So she's getting into her first fight. Eureka. We'll have to... Okay. She scared the burglar off. They now despise each other. So she's got her first, enemy that she's working towards. That may help for later, but successfully scared off and won't be seen anytime soon. She unlocked a special touch, spontaneous rage, special touch family recipes. Okay, interesting. Got her first fight, of course. Eureka. She had her second breakthrough and wrote down the idea for a synthetic food serum. Click on the notebook button at the top of the phone menu to learn more about it. And then she also had her first breakthrough and wrote down an idea for momentum conserver. Okay, so she's got that. She's acquired the cooking skill. I should really get going now. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you later. And that's when they became good friends. So yeah, some of these notifications, whoops, and then he said the same thing. We don't need to keep that for now. We don't need to keep that. Might keep that just in case. And then, oh, there was some of those things too. All right, so there we go. So she already got her breakthroughs. Whoa, it's really late now. We totally missed that. So let's go ahead and have her quit reading for now. I don't know if she's finished that book, so we may have to read that book again in the future at some point in time. But let's go ahead and put the bed down. And hopefully by having this Murphy bed, she won't die and we won't kill her. But let's put the bed down and let's have her go to sleep and get her first night of sleep in her new home in Oasis Springs, where we are starting with our mint generation. Mata Minkova. All right, so we are pretty close to the time. I might let this go just a little bit longer, and then I'm going to stop it because I do want to make sure my episodes aren't too long. People don't really seem to watch the longer ones, and people seem to watch more of the shorter ones. So, oh, you're calling at a pretty interesting time. Oh, I guess it is 9 a.m. Girl, wake up. Hey, Mata, been going through some stuff lately. Do you mind if I come over and stay a while at your place? I just want to get away from things for a few days. Give myself time to process everything. Oh my goodness, he is married and he is going through it. I wonder what he is going through. Okay, well, she's got to get up and go to work. She is just sleeping this day away. Girl, get up. I need you to take a quick shower and go to the bathroom. And I don't know if you're going to have time for either. But we are going to try and see what we can get her to accomplish. Nope, yeah, she's not. Yeah, we're going to join her. at work. But we are not going to do the work day on this episode, because once we get through to this traveling screen, I am going to pause and save the game at where we're at for now, and save this episode, and then end this episode, and then we'll pick up for the next episode at her first work day, because I feel like we've got, we're approaching 35 minutes, and I feel like we've got actually some things that have actually happened that made it seem like it wasn't a complete boring episode. So we've had some interesting things happen. She's got a few things in her inventory from scrounging around. She got her job. She met a bunch of neighbors. She's got some relationships going. She's got a stay over guest at her tiny little place. She has, we discovered that the kitchen doesn't quite work with the setup, so you may have to move the oven. So I might try to, I don't know if I want to re-upload it though, because if I re-upload it, it's going to be changed with whatever she has done to her lot since then. So I'll probably just leave it, but put a little note that you might want to move the oven to the other counter so that they can cook. But anyway, yeah, so here we go. Daily experimentation. Welcome to Future Sims Labs. You'll be quite busy conducting essential experiments, researching new technology, and maybe even interacting with alien life. It's your job to leverage potent scientific equipment for the purposes of good. We hope. Well, welcome. All right, so there she is in her new uniform. Sorry about all the mouse clicky noise. Okay, we're gonna pause that. All right, because it's 36 minutes in, so we're gonna end this episode here. I'm gonna be back in a few minutes to record the following episode, which again, this one should be airing. You should be watching this Friday if you're watching it as soon as it uploads, and then the next one will come out on Wednesday. So again, I thank you so much. I appreciate you all for sticking with me. I hope I'm bringing some content that you guys are enjoying, so thank you so much. I appreciate you. Take care wherever you are in the world, and have a good one. All right, until next time. Okay, thanks. Bye.